Welcome back to the video. So in this particular video, I'm going to be going over how to create your contact page or contact us page so that people can actually contact you through the website and be able to send you an email without having to even go through, their email processing or going through Gmail. So it's going to be a contact form. So as I go to the contact page, I actually created a page meant for the contact. It's an empty page, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add some things. For example, the contact us form. A lot of times when you use a template, they already have a contact page, so odds are you might not even need to do a lot of this adding new things. So just go along with it, and as you go you'll understand it more and more. If you already have the contact page for your template, that's awesome. If not, then you would need to create your own. So what I'm going to go in and do is I'm going to start by dragging over one of the contact forms. Doesn't matter which one it is, because at the end of the day you can change it around and make better designs if you don't really like the way it looks. So I'm going to start off by adding this, and I'm going to make it bigger, and now I'm going to change some of the designs again. So I'm going to find one that I really like, and I think I'm going to go with a different color. So I'm going to start off with a nice white color for the background. I think that would look really nice. And also I am going to, I think for now I'm not going to want anything too complicated. You could actually change the button colors as well and the way the buttons look. So I'm going to do that as well. Let's see the button text right here. So first of all, let's see. Okay, so the button background. First of all, I'm going to make this black. And then once I do that, I'm going to go down. It should let me edit the text. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start off by going to the settings, and in the settings, this is where basically you'll be able to add your email address, so that every time someone goes through the form and contacts you, they're able to, Wix is able to connect the two. So your user or viewer sends in or puts in all their information, then Wix goes ahead and sends over, using this tool, an email consisting all the information from that contact page or that contact form to the whatever email you wanted to send to. So I wanted to send to xillionairehq@gmail.com. So I'm going to go ahead and write that email address there, and then every time someone presses send and it goes through without any issues, then it's going to send over. Also, you could actually adjust what info you want them to fill out. So maybe you want the first one not to be a name, maybe you want it to be just the first name. You can go ahead and click it and be able to change it. So let's say first name, and you can see also on this side it starts to change as well. I'm going to keep pretty much all the same, and you can actually make this a required or mandatory field or not if you want to. So by clicking this button right here, right now it's considered optional, and then if you click it again, it's going to be, now it's going to be optional. Click here to make it mandatory. When you click it, you're going to see that over here it lights up as a darker blue. Here it stays, if it's optional, it's going to be gray on the inside. If it's mandatory, it's going to be actually blue. So I'm going to make this not a mandatory because I don't want people to not send me something just because they don't want to put their name. That's fine with me. Also, the email, that you cannot switch from mandatory or not mandatory, because the way that Wix made it, it's always mandatory for someone to put their email so that they could actually send something over to you. Lastly, you can actually click certain fields, and then they start to pop up. Or if you don't want them there, you can actually click it again and it goes away. So you can play around with this and see exactly what you want. You could actually even change what the button says, like I was trying to find before, and I'm going to keep it as send because it makes it a lot simpler, a lot easier. I don't need to overcomplicate it. If you want them to take an action and you're more into understanding how people think, then maybe writing send now would be a better option. But that's more of a sales thing. I'm not going to go over that. Also, you can actually show a message after they complete a form, or you can open a link. So that's pretty cool as well. And you can write what they see in the message. So what's the message say? Success, message received right now. So maybe I'll write message received. I will, or we will get back to you ASAP. And there we go. Now it's all there, everything that I need, and I can go exit out, and now I have a contact form. Every time someone goes through there, sends me an email, it's going to send it to my email, and I'm going to be able to contact them back through their email or whichever way they want. If they have their phone number there, you can contact them through there. Next, I'm going to save it. Also, I'm going to want to add a text box so that I can add a page title, which is named Contact. And then I'm going to change it to the font that I'm using overall. So let's go ahead and find that one. It's this one. And I'm going to play around with all the sizes later on and the colors, but I'm going to show you just how I build it out. Also, you can actually put down all of the information, other information about your company on the side, like address, hours, what time you can reply in, anything else you want to put there as well. Go ahead and do that. And another cool option you can do is if you go into, let's see, Contact, and scroll down, you could actually add a Google Maps of where your place is located, so people, when they go onto this page, they know exactly where you live or where your place is. So if they need to go to your store, they know exactly where to go. And this is super convenient for people who have actual retail stores or offices that people need to go to in order to make a sale or to sell something. So you can go ahead and change the address here. I'm going to find an address. So let's see. So let's do a random address, 205 Lincoln Street. I'm not sure if this is an actual street. Let's see if they find anything. Alright, so they found something, so I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not going to put an actual address. And also I'm going to be able to change the little message box that comes up. So I'm going to write Zillionaire Office. And then I can set that, and it's going to change now. Personally, I don't function through offices. It's going to be more of a blog, so people are just going to contact me through the internet. So I'm not going to really need this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that. And that's pretty much for that. And also, I do recommend, if you want people to contact you more likely, then try add the actual contact page also in the actual footer. So you can copy that, and we can paste it over if that's the way you want to do it. So it's not letting me paste it over, so I might have to just move it into the footer, just like that. And now, no matter what page I go to, they'll have a contact form to send to me if they need to. no matter where they are. So let's see if I go to, let's say, the business tools page, I can go all the way down and people can go ahead and contact me right away, not even have to go to the contact page. And sometimes it's better, depending on the business you're in, that you have that. And for you, whatever you think is best and most convenient, go ahead and do that. I personally think that I don't really need that, so I'm going to take it out. And just, you can play around with everything that you have there. And lastly, let's see, you can even add contact forms to any page you want. So you can add unlimited contact forms, and you can even add different contact forms for different emails. So for example, if you want someone to contact you for your service, then you can have a contact for service, add that contact form and add the email for that specific thing. And then maybe you want to contact for sales, you can actually add that form there as well, and it's going to send that to the email that you want for sales. And you can actually do that, which is pretty great because it gives you a lot of freedom to add as many as you want. Also, a little quick thing that I kind of thought about recently, which actually can help a lot of people out, is a lot of times people want email subscribers, but they don't really want to pay, you know, the monthly fee of MailChimp or anything like that. So one thing you can do, actually, it's kind of a trick. I don't really recommend to do this unless you really don't want to pay for it. So what I would do is I would copy this, I would paste it over, and then what I can do is let me move some things over. Let's see. I'm going to press set your email. I'm going to put up whatever email I want, and then I'm going to leave only the name and the email. And now what I can do is I can add a text. I'm just going to copy this one. And paste it over. I can, for example, put a sign up for my newsletter, which is pretty phenomenal if you are on a budget and don't have any money to spend on these email newsletter services or companies. You can actually get all their emails that are sent all manually. That's the only downside. Everything that you do is going to be manual. So when they send over that email or name, it's not going to go into a specific file where then you can automatically send over newsletters or emails. The way it would work is they would send their name and email, then you can add it into an Excel spreadsheet or whatever the case may be, and then be able to actually send that email one by one, or if you have a service that can send multiple emails, you can do that as well. So that's another tip. Super cool if you want to try that out. I think that is super awesome that you can actually do that if you don't have any money, and that's something I was actually debating when I was doing it. But at the same time, I know the value of having the email newsletter services, which is more automated, and I recommend doing the more automated way. But if you have low amount of visitors or traffic in the beginning, then this is the best way to save money, to be able to get those emails and save them, and then later on when you get the newsletter, upload all those emails into that service and then be able to send videos as well. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty much for the contact form and the newsletter. I'm going to also talk more about other pages and using cool transitions and features the Wix offers, and then be able to give you that insight as well in the next couple of videos. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you the next video exactly what you need to do to start making it, start publishing all your content, and having something that's super professional on the web literally today. So I'll talk to you guys then, and talk to you guys soon.